Jemaah Islamiya is an example of a non-state actor, and in particular it's interesting for us, for Area of Study 1, looking at global actors, because it's an example of a terrorist group who is a non-state actor. JI aims to take power and to create a pan-Islamic state across the Southeast Asian region. The images here depict the leader of the group, Abu Bakr Bashir, who was arrested by Detachment 88 for his planning and involvement in the 2002 Bali bombings. JI utilises terrorism as a form of political action, and this is because of their desire for more political power. As Indonesia is a secular state, meaning non-religious, and is not willing to give up any of its power to this group, or other groups like it, JI used violent attacks on civilians in order to gain attention and in the hope of attaining more influence and power. This transnational terrorist organisation has cells in Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia and the Philippines, as well as Indonesia. It's also thought to have links with other terrorist groups in the region. The group aims to rid Southeast Asia of Western influence. It opposes the influence of Westerners in countries like Indonesia. And its means of achieving the pan-Islamic state is through the utilisation of asymmetrical warfare, including car bombings and suicide attacks. Some of the recent JI attacks are listed on this slide. The locations were chosen by JI because they were popular holiday or working destinations for Westerners, and thus they could reduce the influence of these Westerners by killing them and threatening future workers and terrorists. These examples include the 2002 Bali bombings, 2003 Marriott Hotel, and 2004 Australian Embassy bombings. The image you see here is of the Kuta nightclub in Bali after the 2002 attack. However, Indonesia has responded to this threat. They've utilised both hard and soft power in response. Their hard power response was the formation of a new anti-terrorist force called Detachment 88. And this force works with Indonesian police and other state departments and agencies. They're US trained and Australian trained and funded. Indonesia also works using soft power through the creation of Memorandum of Understandings. These are networks of bilateral counter-terrorism arrangements, and they smooth the path for practical cooperation between states like Indonesia and Australia. Another response to this threat has been from Australia through soft power. Australia made an agreement with Indonesia to spend $500 million building 2,000 schools. They did this in the hope of reducing the amount of future terrorists who might be created through the harsh teachings of radical Islam in these terrorist schools.